All right, take me back to the day, less than a year ago, that Coach K told you were going to be the head coach at Duke. What was it like?
Well, I think that's also a misconception of. I remember I had my second Zoom call with Nina King and Kevin White, who was still our athletic director at the time. Well, Nina was, by that time, she had known, but Kevin was still the acting athletic director. And Nina called me and told me the news that we're selecting you to be the next men's basketball coach for Duke. And it's one of the few times, if you talk about quotable, I didn't say anything. There was no quote because I was speechless.
What can you say at that point,
there was
right?
nothing to say. Yeah. And I just remember the first thing I thought was telling my wife. Yeah. And she was upstairs with our kids, and I ran upstairs, and I told her, we got it. We got it. And she's like, got what? Got what? I said, it. We got it. Yeah. And it's a special moment I'll never forget. And then I FaceTimed my family, and I had, I have some screenshots of their faces when I told them the news, and so I'll never forget that.
All right, so Kay, what was that part like? So she told you before you talked to Kay?
Yeah, she told me. Yeah, she told me. I told my wife. I told my family.
Did you know it was coming?
I knew that a decision was coming near.
Okay.
I didn't know that I was getting it. I didn't know if she thought my second Zoom interview sucked.
Did you flop it?
I didn't know what to think, and I felt, I did feel after that there was nothing more I could do. It was either meant to be or it wasn't. I had the experience of going through other searches that spring, which I think really helped prepare me for this opportunity, and I had the feeling it was going one way, but then it went another. And so after I talked to my family, after I talked with my wife, I called Coach, and we had a great talk. And anyway, there was a special moment for us.
Tears when you heard it, like tears of joy. I mean, there had to be emotion pouring out of you, no?
Yeah, there was emotion that night for sure. I think in that moment it wasn't. I'm sure there probably was. It's one of those things. Exactly. It's a blur. You don't remember it step by step. It's if you would have to ask my wife and my family more how I acted than what I could tell you.
We needed video of your reaction.
We did. I actually wish we had that.
Everybody always says you don't want to follow a legend. You're not just following a legend. You're following the legend.
Yeah.
How do you come to grips with that? I mean, again, you want to be the next guy. You don't want to be the guy. You want to be the next guy.
Yeah, I said it myself at the press conference. I've known for a long time. I mean, I think who's going to be the next coach at Duke has been part of conversations for a lot of people for some time.
Yes.
And including myself when people have asked me. And
I think I've asked you.
Yeah, and
the answer was
never
you.
Said myself.
Hey, the answer was never you.
By you or me.
Right.
And that's how it goes sometimes. And I think a lot in our landscape has changed the last couple of years. I think I've come to find a lot of this is about the right moment and then opportunity, and then you got to be ready for that opportunity. And so for me, it was less about who you're following and the way the succession has been set up. I think it's set up to succeed in a big way. Coach was, people made comments that he wanted a farewell tour and things like that. His part of his legacy is how he's put our program in a position to succeed, and I think that's a mark of a great leader, a great coach, and it's obviously up to us to make sure we continue to build this thing in a different way going forward. But I really credit him and then our president, our athletic director for having the vision, knowing like if this happened now, with our roster, basically with losing,
almost
everybody. We have, a couple of key guys coming back, but we're losing a lot. To think you can recruit a team through the portal, or that's going to be as competitive as the team I think we'll have with our recruiting class coming in, along with our returning players and a couple of key guys through the transfer portal, there's no way. And that was an important decision.
So that helped you a ton going out in the recruiting trail a year ago. I mean, he was involved. He wasn't out, Coach K, but he was certainly involved. If you needed somebody to kind of help you a little bit, get a guy. he was involved when you needed him to be?
You know, I never asked him to do one thing. I think things happen organically, of course. And, you know, Coach K, who doesn't want to meet Coach or get his perspective? But I think it's really important for our families, for our, you know, future players to understand my vision and to build our relationship. And if they didn't feel that, or if they didn't believe in what I was saying, then don't come. But if you do, what an amazing opportunity. You know, for our players on this past year's team, you don't get a chance to be a part of Coach K's last season. That's a special thing to be a part of. When have you had the opportunity to be a part of the first season in the transition of such a special program like Duke? So I phrased it as a challenge and as an opportunity. So our current guys that we've got, really, I think we're excited by that. We are very, we didn't play it safe. Like, it would have been easy to recruit, you know, in bulk or just get some players, because we needed some players. Yeah. But for us, we went after the guys we really felt like belonged at Duke in every way, and proud of this group we have coming in.